So for SmackDown, after AJ retained the U.S. Championship at SummerSlam, with referee Shane McMahon doing his best to call it down the middle, both Owens and Styles were back at it again in each other's faces. SmackDown. Owens, believing he was robbed a victory by after a controversial call by Shane, who won the rematch. Although Shane didn't want Owens to have a rematch because he felt that he wasn't deserving of it, AG was more happy to oblige and give Owens his rematch. But Owens demanded that he choose the referee because he felt it was fair for him, and then but Shane had a stipulation: if Owens loses, then that would be his last chance at the championship, as long as Owens is as long as Styles is the champion. And it was Bobby Roode versus defeating Aiden English. Yes, it was the debut of the now former NXT champion Bobby Roode. Whenever Aiden English was giving his song promo, but he's the Shakespeare of Sonnet, the Picasso, and all that good stuff. Bobby Roode music hit, and he made his debut and beat Aiden with a glorious DDT. And then Sean Benjamin returned to SmackDown, and I'm very happy to see him back in WWF all these years back, years away. Chad asked Daniel Bryan about his future on SmackDown, and then Daniel had some good news for him, and that was that he and a new superstar, Sean Benjamin, were going to be teaming up, and they would have their first match together next week. And it was the Usos versus the Hype Brothers, the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, defeating the Hype Bros. I knew that the Usos were going to win, and they did. And then it was Nakamura defeating the Singh brothers. Nakamura beat Singh brothers Samir with a triangle choke. And then it was Naomi and Becky Lynch defeating the new women's champion Natalia and Carmella, Miss Money in the Bank. Naomi pinned Carmella with a like a moonsault. And then Ziggler, an interview, promised to do what the Stars do next week on SmackDown. He said that basically the Stars do is from singing to wearing a robe to having a big flashy entrance. And he said it would happen next week for him. The main event was Styles versus Kevin Owens with Baron Corbin as the special guest referee. I thought that Styles would that Owens would win just because it was his last opportunity as long as Styles champion at the U.S. Championship. But it was not to be. Shane McMahon thought that Baron's officiating was a bit sketchy, and so he pulled Baron out of the ring before he could count to three. And then Baron's threw him out of there, and Shane was on three, and he counted to three while and for 205 Live, the first for the update on the Green Mile. It was about how the new inmate, Billy Warren, he was 19. He was a very dangerous and rambunctious individual. And so Paul Edgecombe and the fellow guards felt it was necessary to put him in a straight jacket and put him in the restraining room so he could learn his lesson. And for a while he did. He promised that he would change and be better, but after he did, he went back to his old ways. And so they did something. They basically sprayed him with the hose full of water and sprayed him, and that actually, even though it didn't make his meanness go away, it did subsided a little bit.